Panda, forte Fiat Panda. Del mondo.
Del mondo.
Ok, del... Pepera. Ciao ragazzi. From a small back road in deep South Calabria. I have no real geographical idea where we are, but we're right down the bottom, literally right down the bottom of Calabria. And we saw a couple of abandoned buildings. We thought we'd check them out. And this one, I don't know how we get in. We're just cruising around for the day. We're gonna head into the mountains and we're gonna see what we can find. We've heard of a few ghost towns with very few occupants. We'll continue on with our day and see where we can get to.
Parla inglese?
Inglese, ok.
Australia.
Australia.
Sì, sì.
Sì, Australia.
Quella chiesa
Sì.
ha fatto 1895.
Davvero? Wow, caspita.
Very cool. Piccolo.
Bella,
Legge
bella.
l'italiano, legge italiano.
No, no, no.
Noi
Vorrei.
abbiamo un libro.
Ho tanto vacanza. Sì,
Ok,
sì,
se
sì.
vuoi andare al mare,
Sì, mare. Sì.
Andiamo in Aspromonte.
Gambari.
Sì.
Lombari.
Gambari, ecco, ok.
Sì?
Ok.
Ok, va bene amico, va bene.
Passeggio via.
Sì. Sì. Pericolo, eh?
No.
No? It's okay? Ah, non c'è problema, eh?
Mangiare bene.
Sì. Tutto Italia mangiare bene.
Ma Calabria,
Sì,
Calabria.
calabrese mangiare?
Peperoncino.
Sì, peperoncino, induio, salami.
Bravo.
Sì, molto buono, molto buono. Sì. Ok amico.
Buona giornata.
Ciao, e tu, e voi.
Grazie.
Piacere. Ciao, Fiat Panda, forte Fiat Panda. Sì, ciao amico. Ooh. Smells a bit like marijuana. Hopefully we find some. Wow. You need tires for the van? Some crosswords, some old machinery posters. I don't know. Let's have a look at this one. See if we can get in. Pretty locked up though. Wow. I don't quite know what these are, if they were old little garages or something.
Someone had a party.
Well, we made it to the beach. It's a 2-minute drive, but we've made some friends. The water is crystal clear. Che bello. Aspromonte is that way. Go for a short swim, eat something, and then head up in there. See what we can find. Well, we're in for an adventure. We've met Franco at the beach. He's going to take us to his garden, show us his produce, and yeah, maybe we might eat something with him. Very nice man. In the background you can see Mount Etna. I think it's Europe's largest active volcano on Sicilia. But let's go for a swim under the water. Wow, can't go swimming above the water, can you? Let's see what we can find.
a San Pietro in Bevagna, tutto il litorale pugliese, che sarebbe questo mare Ionio, va fino a Puglia.
Wow.
Questo mare si
Water is so
chiama
nice.
Ionio,
So clear.
che parte dal Reggio e finisce in Puglia.
Ah, dove è in Puglia?
Sì. Poi viene l'Adriatico.
Ok.
Allora, scusami, Italia, tre mari.
Tre mari.
Bougainville.
Bug. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Bougainville.
Bougainville.
Second Italian man who's given me a Bougainville.
Sì. Sì. Ok, andiamo Franco's casa. Wow. In his orto. Ah.
Quella è casa mia.
Ah, sì.
Sì.
Wow. He lives over there.
Allora.
Ah, grande pomodori.
Little seat.
Mi devo raccogliere un po' di pomodori.
Sì.
Ma guarda un po'.
Oh, Basil, look at the basil. Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
Scusami.
Sì.
Fai così, fai.
Sì, ok, così.
Brava. Aspetta.
What a legend. What a legend. Sticking through his pomodori for us.
Grazie, Franco.
Ma prego, guarda, grazie.
Look at this. It's like a tomato plant cave. Basilico. Oh.
So cool.
Uh oh, his mate's coming. Amici.
Hey,
Ciao. Yeah.
ah,
Rapido.
sua casa.
Casa sua.
Sì. Wow, peperoncino. Tu mangia? Sì.
Tastes so good. Try
Buono?
Puoi mangiare tranquilla.
Mmm.
Oh,
Mmm.
molto dolce.
Dolce. Mmm. Very sweet.
Mia figlia
Sì.
a Roma li compra 12 euro chilo
Ah.
e 12 dollari.
12. He's saying in Roma, where his daughter lives, they're very expensive, those little tomatoes.
12.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. Grazie mille, Franco.
he's going for it. If this is communal, I hope the other people aren't angry that he's taking a lot of it and giving it to us.
Peperoncini, vedi?
Okay.
We can make a lot of basil out of this.
Not a basil. Not a pesto.
I mean, a lot of pesto. This is basil.
Oh my gosh, mamma mia, Franco. Mamma mia. But what about you?
E tu mangia?
Tu mangia.
No. Peperoncini ne volete?
Grazie.
Raccoglili tu. Oddio.
Questo è il limone?
No,
No?
bergamotto.
Bergamotto.
Sai questa pianta
Ah.
nel mondo si fa solo qua. Aspetta, ora te lo faccio vedere.
Grazie. Perfetto.
Franco, tu simpatico, molto simpatico.
Grazie.
No, he's so cute.
Non limoni.
No, né arancio né limoni. Allora, questo, scusami.
Ah.
Here we go. Oh.
Ah.
Con questo qua la fanno. Allora, fanno l'essenza
Sì.
e poi fanno tutti i migliori profumi del mondo.
Oh, del mondo.
Del mondo.
Ok, del mondo.
I cinesi vengono qua
Sì.
e si comprano tutto,
Ok.
pagando fior di milioni di dollari. allora. Oddio. Oh.
Oh.
Allora, se tu mangi i pomodori,
Ok.
Ah, sì.
fai l'insalata di pomodori, poi tagli, scusami,
Ok, grazie.
mettiamoli
Ok,
qua.
ok.
Guarda,
Sì. Ah,
ecco qua.
ah. Grazie.
È buono, lo puoi mangiare.
Mm. Wow, Franco, grazie mille, sei un tesoro.
Il basilico ora sai che fai?
Sì.
Lo togli uno alla volta, perché sennò si essicca.
Sì, sì, sì.
Hai capito? Troppo caldo.
Sì, per te? Take some, per te.
Ciao Franco.
Ciao caro, ciao.
Mwah. Mwah. You're the man. Thank you so much.
Grazie per tutta.
Ciao.
Ciao Franco. Ciao, ciao. Buona giornata Franco, ok? What a lovely man. Oh, you're sweaty.
Yeah, he was sweaty hard.
He's probably going home to meet his wife to have some lunch. But what a lovely, lovely human being.
He was that fucking cute. What am I going?
Check this place out, you guys. How incredible. Wow. An ancient abandoned village with one family that lives here. Very cool. The name Pentedattillo actually derives from the Greek language. Pente meaning 5 and tequilios meaning fingers. And you see why it's called the 5 Fingers when we get up there. This place was mentioned by voice of Saint Elias, first in the 10th century. And this place played a vital role for Calabria because the Byzantines of Calabria would live here. And they protected it from the Arabs of Sicily. Sicily not being too far away, this was a frequent occurrence of invasions, and wars and battles. Discovered the local cats sanctuary. Ah, they live a sweet life. Inns in heaven. Once again, it's astonishing how nature has taken over these abandoned, well, semi-abandoned places. You have figs, an abundance of figs growing, pomegranates here, a lemon tree behind me. It's kind of a surreal feeling. It feels like people should be here, but there isn't. You can see great stone architecture, built extremely strong from local stone that they would have sourced out of the ground. And it wasn't only until the 1970s, after an earthquake, that people had moved away. Other than that, there was no real reason for the occupants to leave. And since then, nature and time has taken over. As you can see, an ancient scooter. The Romans used to ride around these scooters and joust with each other. That's complete bullshit. Ciao! Tutto bene?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, tutto bene?
Tutto a posto, voi?
Ah, molto bene, molto bene. Wow, troppo caldo.
Sì, questo?
Sì, molto caldo. Bello, bello.
Scusa, dove era la casa Rosella? Around. Okay.
We're looking for Rosella. A friend of ours knows her and has sent us here to see her. This church in front of me is an ancient church, and it's believed that it was built in 1310, and it's one of 4 of the Prontopapa churches in this area. In 1665, the church was rebuilt and was restored by Domino Toscano, and this was to mark the rite from the Greek rite to the Latin rite. It was a change, but subsequently towards the end of the 19th century, thanks to the action of the townspeople and the community, the church was rebuilt once again in its current state. And there's various artifacts and various construction details in there that identifies this. But what a cool building. The reason we on the pursuit to find Rosella is because she's actually a workaway host. And you can come and do a workaway in this abandoned ancient village with Rosella. But she also opens up a small agriturismo, apparently, and serves food. But we'd like to meet her as well. She seems like a sweet young lady. Edward Lear, you might recognize the name. He was a very famous English writer and painter, but he was also an amazing traveler, traveling to destinations far and wide across the world. He also had amazing skills for drawing. He was an incredible drawer, and as he traveled, he would document these places that he traveled to by drawing these incredible depictions of these places. But in 1847, he decided to come to the deepest, southest part of Calabria. Now, he left an incredible report of his travels to the deepest, southest part of Calabria in his Journals of a Landscape Painter in Southern Calabria. And this book was published in London in 1852. The journey lasted from the 25th of July to the 5th of September 1847. And he did it either on foot or on the back of a mule. I was clearly reading that off a sign, that bit. I didn't know that bit. Very, very famous history, this place.
Rosella, puoi scendere giù, ok?
Sì?
E lei è lì, ok?
Qui?
Ok, sì. E poi quando arrivate giù,
Yeah.
la chiamate.
Perfetta, grazie. Now, among the numerous amount of famous and well-known artists, scientists, historians, and those throughout history who have visited the village of Pentedattillo, we find Martyrius Cornelius Escher, a Dutch engraver, and this guy was very, very special. Scientists, mathematicians, physicists, everyone loved this guy because he had such a unique way of doing art. He used extreme distortions of geometric shapes and lines and distortions, peculiar impressions and concepts that didn't belong to maths at that time. He took his first trip to Italy in the early 1900s. I think it was from like 1920 until 1934 he stayed. And then he returned and he came back and took a train all the way down to Calabria and visited this village. He met a knight on his way in, and they ended up getting severely drunk, and the train had to wait for him, and he ended up getting back to the train and he was pretty pissed. A famous man started playing the lyre, which I think is similar to a violin, and yeah, even got the train conductor to dance and drink with them. Church bell sits upon the hill, high up above the town. As I was explaining before about this 5 finger, no, it's not a 5 finger discount. The 5 fingers is a rock formation that looks like 5 fingers. When this place was first discovered, they believed that the 5 fingers would cradle the town like this, and the town would sit right in the palm of the hand, and the fingers would protect the town. There's a story about a famous man in this town and a massacre. And as the man was stabbed, his bloody hands drove down the wall, leaving a huge bloody imprint that stayed there for many years. The massacre went on, and his sister and his mother were also killed. Very gruesome stuff. Giuseppe Scurfari, the man who committed the massacre, and 7 others are captured after the army is sent down, ordered by the king. These men are captured, beheaded, and their heads are hung on the castle for everyone to see. We don't do it like that these days, do we? Anymore. It'd be pretty rough. Well, parts of the world probably still do. Each their own. There on the hilltop, you can see the cemetery. The townspeople were buried and lives were celebrated. Down there, in that car park, you can see a fucking sick Ford Transit. That's what you can see. Literally sick, actually, because the globe light won't turn off. So, yeah, it actually is pretty sick. But carved and built into the stone, the remnants of ancient buildings and civilization. Absolutely incredible. It's so cool, I just can't believe it. It really, really is just engraved with history. Out yet? Our time is beer time, baby.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Come si dice?
Bergamotto.
Bergamotto.
Calabria. calabrese?
Sì, no calabrese,
No?
No.
Reggio.
Ah,
Oh,
Reggio.
Reggio.
80 km da Reggio fino a Logro.
Wow, that's so cool.
Ok.
Grazie.
Ok.
Oh, grazie mille.
Ah, grazie.
Oh, grazie
Perfetto.
mille. Voi
Ah. It's hot today. It's too hot for this time of year, the Italians are saying. It's very hot. You know, there's always time for un altro birra.
Begotto.
This fruit, they make a drink out of it. For the Australian viewers, it kind of tastes like lemon lime Solo. You remember when Solo brought that drink out and was in a green can? Kind of tastes like that, but better.
Yeah.
But better. Well, after a few beers and some chatting, we've finished up at the bar. We're going to head to the cemetery and take a look at that. We've decided that we are probably going to camp at the beach that we were at before, where we met Franco.
Franco.
Well, there's an abandoned caravan park there, and there's showers on the beach. The reviews on the app say that it is fine to stay there. So I'm looking forward to that. Night camping on the beach. Hopefully go for a swim, maybe chuck the rod in. And yeah, we'll see what happens. What a lovely afternoon, what a lovely day. We noticed a few new burials, and I assume that these people, or families of these people, were from this area and they were buried back in their hometown or their home village. The fresco that is painted here was painted by an unknown artist, and it was painted because it is said that the man in the painting, holds up this rock from falling on the town below. Kind of looks like a knob from here. So we have made our way back down to the abandoned caravan park, sorry. But in southern Italy, there's a lot of rubbish. Come on, you guys. I mean, I can't talk on behalf of you all, but there's just so much rubbish. It's crazy. It's disgusting to see such beautiful areas littered with dirty condoms and bloody serviettes and shoes and Coke cans and tires, and yeah, it's gross, man. But it is what it is. Maybe the infrastructure and the rubbish systems and recycling systems in Italy aren't as good as they are in other places in the world. But the beach is still quite nice. We are going to go for a swim and spend the night here. We'll see what happens. The sun is a constant reminder that we too can rise again from darkness every day. Some wise words, people.